Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the beach trip. Got Kingdaddy on the phone with us. We're going to get them started. Tom and David, right?
That's correct. Tom Berger, David Schoaf of Kingdaddy. Thanks for having us on.
Thank you. And you guys are new in the beach music genre, so won't you tell our listeners a little bit about yourself and how you got started?
Well, thanks, Scott. We're new to the beach music genre in the sense that She's the Only One for Me is the first original beach music song that we wrote and recorded. But we're not new to beach music in the sense that our band, which is 15 years old, has always played a lot of beach music in our live sets and our live shows around the Carolinas. So the band started in 1997, so we're not new to the Charlotte and Gastonia Rock Hill area. People may have heard us live somewhere.
Yes, and you guys do a wide variety of music from 70s, 80s, dance-type music also, correct?
That would be right. My sister kind of said it right. She says y'all play everything from Frankie Valli to Leonard Skinner and everything in between.
There you go. So. All right. Well, tell us a little bit about how you guys got started in playing music.
Well, we several members of Kingdaddy, including Jake Hunter, who is our drummer, and he's also our executive producer on our recordings. He and I actually went to high school together, so we've known each other a very long time. And we actually played in some bands in high school. And then, several years ago, again, it's been about 15 years ago or so, we all found ourselves back home, and we got the band back together, and lo and behold, the magic was there. So the band has grown and evolved over time, and then about 6 years ago or so, my partner David Schoaf joined the band, and it kind of took the band in an entirely new musical direction because David has advanced musical degrees, and he's really quite gifted in many areas of music, including jazz, and you can hear some of that influence now in our music. So David joined the band right around 2005, 2006, and it really made the band go to a whole new level.
Yes, and you guys actually do a lot of writing also, don't you?
Well, we really do. She's the Only One for Me was our actual first attempt at writing together. It's funny. I wrote some words on a Word document at my home computer, and I fired them off to David, and I said, "Let's write a song." And he wrote me back about 2 hours later, and he sent me an MP3 recording of something he had done on his home computer and his keyboard at home. And it was the first time I listened to it, I thought, "Holy cow, that's it!" And the song literally was written. It took me about an hour to write the words, and it took him about maybe an hour or 2 hours to write the music. And of course, when you listen to the song, you're listening to many scores of hours of production and stuff, but the song itself didn't take long to write at all.
Mm-hmm. As far as instruments, what all do you guys play? I know you got some sax in there, but tell the audience a little bit about the instrumental background with you guys.
Yeah, we got piano, bass, drums, guitar, and we usually use two horns, the saxophone and the trumpet. And I really, when I joined the band, I really wanted to accentuate the horns because we have the best horns in the area. They're just unbelievable. I'd almost play with them for free. Well, maybe not for free, but but they're unbelievable. So I wrote a lot of really cool horn stuff. And what I've tried to do in this tune and the other tunes that are coming out is not just write easy horn lines. I want to write really good horn lines that do a different thing than just the music, which I think makes it really cool.
Yeah, and basically beach music is known for a lot of horns. The original beach artists back in the 70s and stuff.
Well, you're absolutely right, and it's interesting that my partner David from Ohio, actually grew up a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan, the whole nine yards, and he's not really from here at all, but he's lived here long enough to know how to enjoy grits and that kind of thing, but he's really taken the true essence of the beach music that is so embedded in our southern culture, and has really brought it back to life. Because if you listen to the new Kingdaddy recordings, you hear a musical elements that are very much reminiscent of that classic beach sound, but it's kind of accentuated with some of the other musical influences that all of us, but particularly David, has had. You hear a lot of jazz chording, and you hear a lot of very interesting vocal arrangements that are kind of atypical of what you might expect in beach music.
Yes, and of course, beach music there's a lot of genres that cross over into beach music nowadays, because you got CeeLo Green with Forget You. It's not just the classic sound, but, the horns that you guys bring to a lot of the music you've put out that I've heard. The horns is what a lot of the beach bands back in the day did, and there's not many of them doing horns nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. I mean, I grew up in Rock Hill, South Carolina, and I was an officer in my high school class, and we booked the Catalinas to play the prom the year that I was the treasurer of the junior class. And you know what? Gary Barker is still running that band. Here we are all these years later, and they were a big beach band, and probably the biggest at that time, and had the horns and the big 7-piece sound. And you look at Kingdaddy, and that's Kingdaddy is 6 people on stage. The 2 big horns. And when we record in the studio, of course, David always tracks many levels of horn playing. And Jake Hunter, our other partner, is absolutely an expert at making the recording sound terrific. So
I get a little disappointed sometimes hearing some of the stuff that comes out, because instead of horns, you hear the synthesizers, and I just think that's a little, less. But this day and age, everybody's doing whatever they can to save money. So it's really cheaper to not have horns. But the horns, I just think, are really important.
Yes, it is. It is. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and play "She's the Only One for Me." And we've been playing it here at WSG for a few weeks. You guys sent it to us about 4 weeks ago, I guess it is, and met you guys down at DJ Throwdown. We're going to, at the end of this interview, we're going to play the new one you guys have out. So here's "She's the Only One for Me," Kingdaddy.
Girl, it seems like only yesterday when you walked into my life. The crowded, smoky room, saw you walking to the beat of the band. Now it seems my whole life has changed. You're a part of everything that I do. And even when you're not around, I find myself thinking of you. My baby, she loves to move on the dance floor. She loves to groove. She's so sweet now, can't you see that she's the only one for me? I've spent so many sleepless nights just wondering how you've been. It seems like we're 1,000 miles apart, but when I think of you, you're right here. Now I don't want to crowd you, 'cause I know you need to feel free. Let's work at this the best we can, 'cause there's nothing to stop us now. My baby, she loves to move on that dance floor. She loves to groove. She's so sweet now, can't you time.